Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Radha Madhava Ju Ki Jai Om Vishnu Para Paramahansa Pariprajakachaja Ashtottara Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Pratistha Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sikho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shivashari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Gangamai Ki Jai Jamunamai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Sri Harinam Sankirtan Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Shambhaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya So we're reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 8, the Churning the Ocean of Milk, text 1. Excuse my impudence for sitting here amongst so many senior God brothers and God sisters. Very nice to have you here again. Welcome all to Sri Mayapur for your meetings and Gaur Purnima festival. If we can serve you in any way, please let us know. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Sugovacha Pitegari Vrishankena Vitasti Maradannava Manmantustarasya Sindhum Havirdhani Tato Bhavet Sri Sugovacha Pitigari Vrishankena Ritasti Maradanva Mama Tustarasya Sindhum Avyirdanti Tato Bhave Sri Sugovacha Pitegari Vishankena Vitasti Maradanava Mamanutustarasya Sindhum Havirdvani Tator Bhavet Sri Sukovacha Pitigare Vishankena Vitaste Maradanava Mamantustarasa Sindhum Abhirani Tato Bhave Sri Sukovacha Sakaita Vitisi Maradanava Mamantustarasa Sindhum Avirdani Tato Bhave Sri Sukovacha Pitigari Vishankena Vitaste Maradanava Shindur Abhidvani Tato Bhave Sri Sukovacha Iti Kare Vishakena Tambhava Avyatani Tato Bhave. Any messages? Sukovacha Itigari Vishankena Vitasti Maratasha Sindhum Sri Sukovacha Itigari Vishankena Vitaste Maradanava Sri Sukovacha Vishankena Vitasi Maradanava Amantusas Sindhum Abhirdani Tato Bhavat. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Pite was drunk. Gare, when the poison, Vrisha Ankina, by Lord Shiva, who sits on a bull, Prita, being pleased, Te, all of them, Amara, the demigods, Danava, and the demons, Mamantu, again began to churn, Tarasha, with great force, Sindhum, the ocean of milk, Haviradani, the Surabi cow, who is the source of clarified butter. Tata, from that churning, Abhavad was generated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace of Bhai Charanaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sukadeva Goswami continued, upon Lord Shiva's drinking the poison, both the demigods and the demons became very pleased, began to churn the ocean with renewed vigor. As a result of this, there appeared a cow known as Shrabi. Please repeat. Sukadeva Goswami continued, upon Lord Shiva's drinking the poison, both the demigods and the demons, being very pleased, began to churn the ocean with renewed vigor. As a result of this, there appeared a cow known as Shrabi. Purport. This Shrabi cow is described as Haviradhani, the source of butter. Butter, when clarified by melting, produces ghee, or clarified butter, which is inevitably necessary for performing great ritualistic sacrifices. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 18:15, Yagna Dana Tapa Karma Natajam Karayam Ivatat. Sacrifice, charity, and austerity are essential in keeping human society perfect in peace and prosperity. Yagna, the performance of sacrifice, is essential. To perform jagna, clarified butter is absolutely necessary. And to get clarified butter, milk is necessary. Milk is produced where are the sufficient cows. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita 18:44, cow protection is recommended. Krishigo Raksha Vanijam Vaishya Karma Shvabhavajam. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Putare Smatavanshaminti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Chairine Nivasisa Sunnivari Paschatyadesh. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadha Shri Bhashari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here we're chanting the glories of the Lord here and His wonderful appearance. Many appearances are appearing in this pastime of churning the Mandara mountain. So the Lord in His different forms and different incarnations are being glorified. So here we're reading about the churning of the ocean of milk to produce nectar, which the devotees wanted, and the demons and the devatas, they wanted this nectar. So Krishna went through so much involvement here to churn this nectar. And one of the reasons behind, we heard, was that Krishna had an itching sensation on his back. So he wanted to, he couldn't reach it with his hand. So he wanted to scratch his back, so might as well get the whole universe involved. So that all the demons came, he become the tortoise, Kachap, put the mountain on his back, and they churned on his back. So he was feeling happy then, relieved from his itching sensation. It's nothing for him. So this is the greatness of the Lord and his different forms and pastimes. And here we are hearing the greatness of Lord Shiva, who is the Guna Avatara. He's the Tamaguna. He's in the avatar in charge of Tamaguna. He is not Tamagun, but he maintains the Tamagun of this material world, which is practically the basis of everything in Kali Yuga. Tamagun. So this was his greatness, that he was able to take that whole ocean of poison. He was able to take the whole ocean of poison and keep it in his throat. He is the actual creator of these worlds. At the first creation, when there is a first creation, that's Lord Shiva's business. The glance is cast over Rama Devi Yoga Maya that enters and reflects into the material world as Devi and Shambhu. Rama Devi reflects as Maha Maya, and the glance of Vishnu reflects in as Shambhu, Vaishnav Jataha Shambhu, Sada Shiva. And by the combination of Devi and Shiva, then the first creation takes place, and then after that the secondary creation takes place. So he's the original creator of the world in the first creation. Along with his wife, it's a husband and wife team. But why does he create? Why does he create? Because everyone's searching after the creator. It's given him. And in Brahma Samhita, that Krishna is the creator of this world through the agency of Parvati and Shambhu, Lord Shiva. So why do they create? Why do they create? Why does Shiva and Parvati create? Because of the will of Vishnu, because it's Krishna's desire. Krishna desires the creation to take place. So that's his. So all three other creators, everybody wants to find out who is the creator of the world, or the source of everything. All the scientists and everyone, from time immemorial, that is we want to find the source of everything, all the philosophers. And so it's given them here in Brahma Samhita that, yes, here are the creators, husband and wife, Shiva. But why do they create? Because of the will of Vishnu. So there it mentions these are the three creators, Shiva, Parvati, and the will of Vishnu is there. Then the whole thing takes place. So then the creation takes place, because when Krishna, he doesn't touch material energy, but he says, I am the creator of all these worlds. When he says that I am the seed-giving father, you should know that all species of life, they're all coming from me. I am the seed-giving father of everyone. This means when Krishna is speaking that on the Bhagavad Gita, it's Krishna sitting there. He's saying, I am the... but he means I am through I touch material energy in the form of Lord Shiva. But Krishna himself, he doesn't touch material energy. So he does it by his different incarnations and potencies. So Lord Shiva is very difficult to understand. the Shiva Tattva, because the example given in Brahma Samhita is like milk and yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but milk, a transformation of milk. But then again, it's not milk. You can't do so much with yogurt. You can do a lot of varieties of things with milk, but it's not yogurt is nothing but milk with some adulterating principle, and that adulterating principle that makes Krishna or turns Krishna into Shiva is mentioned in the Brahma Samhita. 3 things. The adulterating principle is a combination of the stupefying quality of the deluding energy. The portion of that means we are deluded. Deluding energy. I think I am this body. It's a delusion. So a portion of that delusion. And the quality of non-plentitude, of the marginal potency. We are the marginal potency, but the quality is that we're lacking knowledge, for instance. We're lacking so much. That is a part of the fourth ego. And the third part is that a slight degree of the ecstatic cognitive principle of the planetary spiritual potency. So the ecstatic portion is Haladini potency, and the cognitive potency is the chit potency. So that makes it alive. And the chit is consciousness, and the Haladini potency makes it exciting. Otherwise, nobody be interested in sense gratification through the false ego acting as the doers and enjoyers. So this is the combination of these 3. This is what the adulterating principle that makes Krishna Lord Shiva. Now he can touch the material world. Now he's adulterated. He can deal with the material energy. So Lord Shiva is the Ahankara principle. At the beginning of the creation, again, when there is, before the manifestation of the modes of material nature, the atmosphere is Shuddha Sattva, because everything else is not manifested at that time. So the jivas are coming out from the glance of Vishnu, and so they're in Vasudev consciousness at that time. It's pure consciousness. Everything is pure. If he likes, the living entity can make a choice to go back to Godhead with this pure situation. But then Shankashan. Shankashan is the source of Lord Shiva is an expansion of Shankashan. He worships Shankashan. Generally when they expand from someone, that's their worship of the Lord. Of course they have many, many forms. But this Ahankara principle, which is Lord Shiva, is a dictation from Shankashan. A very subtle dictation. And it's like the Purusha Bhava, this dictation that I'm the controller, I'm the enjoyer. So this is the dictation that comes from Shankashan. And the living entity is in pure consciousness. But when he receives, when he feels that that dictation from Shankashan, I'm the controller and I'm the enjoyer, and he thinks, yes, oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be the controller. I wanted that he gets enlivened by that. So now there's a need of creation. Otherwise, there's no need of creation. But the creation is actually to satisfy the living entity's desires. It's nothing to do with Krishna's desire. Your desire, my desire, this is why this world is happening. So now there is a cause for creation, because the living entity is saying, no, I want to be the controller and enjoyer. So here's a place to do it, the material world. And Prabhupada said it unfolds like you unfold a carpet, like that, simultaneously, the whole material world is And then the living entity begins his sojourn in this material world under the influence of the false ego. And that's 8,400,000 species of life. Again and again he is trying to enjoy this, to be the Lord of this. So again, when Krishna is in the Krishna book, when Krishna is fighting with one of the demons. Anyway, was it Banashur? Banashur, maybe Banashur. Because Krishna cut off his arms. Anyway, he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva Lord Shiva is offering you prayers because Krishna beats everybody up and cuts all the arms off Banashur except for two. So then Lord Shiva comes to see his devotee. Banashur was his devotee. Anyway, he offers very nice prayers to Krishna. Lord Shiva is offering these prayers. And he starts to describe excuse me, how the universal form is sun and moon are Krishna's eyes, the hairs are the herbs and trees on his body. And Lord Shiva is praising him, and he says, as far as I am concerned, I am your false ego. So even Krishna has a false ego. We can't have something more than Krishna. So even Krishna has false ego. In the universal form, his false ego, he plays the function of the Ahankara principle. That is Lord Shiva. So it is his potency that we adopt this principle, this false ego identity, and are transmigrating around this material world. So here yesterday we were hearing about the day before about how Lord Shiva, he drank this ocean of poison and he kept it in his throat. Became blue. Nobody can drink an ocean of poison. It's deadly. So he kept it in his throat. So how do you counteract poison? The method of counteracting poison is by taking nectar, the opposite. So what was the nectar that Lord Shiva took to counteract that poison? Well, he went to see the Lord of Vaikuntha that time, and Lord Anantadev, and he gave him he gave Lord Shiva the Ananta Shamhita. And in the Ananta Shamhita, it's full of the glories of Sri Navadvipa. It's full of the glories of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. It's full of Navadvipa's glories. So that Lord Shiva, he heard that Shamhita and he kept it in his throat. And that was the nectar that counteracted the whole ocean of poison. So this Kali Yuga is like an ocean of poison, but not so severe as Lord Shiva. That was a direct ocean of poison. But just chanting the glories of Gauranga and Navadvipa and meditating on them, he was able to counteract the whole ocean of poison. So what to speak of the insignificant material ocean compared to what Lord Shiva has. So if we chant the glories of Gauranga and serve Navadvipa Dham, this is the way to counteract the effects of Ahankara, the false ego that we have. By his mercy. In the So here, we're very fortunate to be here in Navadvip, glorifying the Dham, living in the Dham, associating with the devotees, hearing the pastimes of the Dham. The Lord Shiva has many, many forms here. He appears as a servant of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. When the Lord appears, all the different avatars come and assist him in his pastimes. So Lord Shiva becomes many factors he has. He's known as Ketrapola, or protector of the Dham. So when we go on Prikram, we first go to the Jog Pit, and behind the birthplace of Nimai is Shiva Lingam is there. I think Sadashiva. Who are the other Shivas? Anyway, Sadashiva, Ketrapal. And we take blessings along with Prodamaya. Prodamaya is the Yogamaya Devi, the goddess of Navadvips. Shirada Madhavajuki. So along with the we take blessings before we go on Navadvip Dham to Shiva and Parvati there, Sadashiva, Prodamaya, and Boro Shiva. To perform the Dharma in proper consciousness, so she can lift the veil of Yoga Maya. So the Dharma may be revealed. So they're the protectors of the Dharma. They reveal the Dharma to the devotees and they cover it to the non-devotees. So Boro Shiva means old Shiva, and Proda also means Prodamaya, old. They're called old Shiva because they're from the first creation, so they're the oldest persons in the universe. Before anyone else, they were there. So they have that name, Boro Shiva and Prodamaya. So they have these different forms here. At the Jog Pit, at Shivadova. Shivadova is by the Bhaktivedanta Hospital there, where the culvert is, the road turns. There's a Gaudiya Math there now. Right on that bend there, you know, where the hospital is as you go up towards the Jog Pit. And Shiva was came here to meditate on Gauranga. Actually, he instructed Shimantini, you know Shimantini Devi. Lord Shiva instructed her to come here also and chant the names of Gauranga and receive the mercy of Gauranga. And Lord Shiva told Parvati, I don't stay in Kashi anymore. Kashi, everybody knows Lord Shiva is the master of Kashi or Banaras. I don't stay there anymore. I've got a little cottage on the bank of the Ganga. There I'm chanting Gauranga's glories. And so most probably that's at Shivadova. It mentions he is there. And he's meditating on the Gauranga's pastimes. And due to his ecstasies, the tears formed a pond. Pond is called Doba. So Shivadova, it means a Dover is the place where all the tears were collected. There's a little pond that's there. And there's a Gaudiya Math there now. His name is Shanta Maharaj was the and his disciple is Bhagavat Maharaj. Bhagavat Maharaj, I think. Or Bharat Maharaj, I think Bharat Maharaj. Anyway, he had a dream there because they built that Gaudiya Math, and he encroached a little bit on that pond of Lord Shiva's. But anyway, he had a dream, and Lord Shiva appeared in his dream. He had his tree shawl skin, tiger skin, very big, about 30 feet tall, and a bit angry. And he said to Maharaj, why my worship is not going on? Yes, we will perform your worship. So anyway, he made a little attempt. Just as you go inside the gate on the right, just on the right there, you can see that he's already got the Shiva Lingam installed. It's big, about 4 feet tall, very big. Beautiful lingam. When you go around the back, if you could go around the back, you can see Beautiful picture there, natural picture. The Ganga is coming down, where it's falling on Lord Shiva's head and running all down the back of the lingam. It's more like foam, and it's really, really exact picture. You can see that. So, also in Rudradweep, Vishnu Swami came with his followers, and they were having kirtan and chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Lord Shiva came, he said, I'm very pleased with Vaishnavas, I'm very pleased to hear you. You can ask, you ask me for any boon, I'd like to serve the Vaishnavas. He said, let us have a perfecta sampradaya that will preach the glories of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and the path of bhakti. So Lord Shiva gave him that. And he said, your sampradaya will be named after me. So we have the Rudra Sampradaya. That was Vishnu Swami. So there's other forms of Shiva. The Harihara Ketra, there's a beautiful deity there, half black, half white, half Krishna, half Shiva. And King Chandra, King Krishna Chandra, who was the king of Krishnanagar in this whole area, he installed the deity, Harihara, half Krishna, half Shiva, to prove that actually there's no difference between Shiva and Krishna. There's always contradictions and battles going on between the devotees of Lord Shiva and the devotees of Krishna, who is actually supreme. But to show that they're the same person, they're not different. Then King Krishna Chandra installed that deity of Harihara. It must have been within, because it wasn't there when Nityananda Prabhu was taking Jivaranga Goswami. But he mentioned it, in the future a beautiful deity will appear in the midst of a beautiful forest. And you go to Harihara Ketra, it's beautiful. Forest is there, right? There's a sloping bank, grassy bank, and there's full of trees there, and the Alalakananda is there. And that deity was stolen a few years ago, and it was kept in the Krishnanagatana, in the prison, in the police camp, in the jail. He wasn't locked up in the jail, but he was in the office, the police office. The deity was stolen, and then they couldn't find him. And then some kids, they saw one fox was playing around. The fox was jumping up, and he's acting very strangely. And it's daytime also, and the fox doesn't come out in the daytime. So the kids started following him naturally. They were little kids. And the fox, he ran off, and he went to one forest, and they're chasing him. Then he went to another forest, and they chased him. Then he went to another forest, and then he disappeared. And then they looking down, and then they saw Harihara was there. He was in the forest there. He had been stolen, and that they had stored him there for some time or some reason. Anyway, then he became police property. So he was sitting in the police station, in the office. On his Krishna's chakra finger, they had an identity tag. Identity tag, his stolen property. So we went up there one time with Mahanidhi Maharaj and Gauranga Prem Maharaj. We bought some sweets and Misty Day and everything like that. We offered Lord Shiva, and the police said, please, we don't think it's nice to have him here also. Nobody looks after him, nobody's coming. Yeah, anyway, we gave some worship, and we had Mahanidhi knew the Shiva mantras, so he was on the Shiva side, and the other devotees were on the other side. There was two parties. One party was chanting the Shiva's mantra, and the other side were chanting the Purusha Shukta mantras on Krishna's side. And we was having this little party there to bring Harihara some satisfaction. Anyway, very soon after that, the police released him. We helped to fix up the security there and make strong gates. And next, not far from west of that Alakananda river there's Gaya, Maya Gaya is there. Also Mahabanaras. In Kashi, the sannyasis, they go to Kashi and you can do penances for 1,000 years. Then you get your liberation. But this Maha Kashi is different from the Kashi, the other Kashi, Maha Kashi. Here, Gauranga Lord Shiva is here also. But here he's getting everyone to chant the Gauranga's name and dance in Kirtan, Krishna Kirtan, and Gauranga's names. And all the devotees are here simply dancing and chanting Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And that liberation that they're all seeking in Benares, that come to serve the devotees, lotus feet, we want to serve you. But the devotees, when they're dancing, they kick her away, kick liberation. Liberation is waiting to serve them. They kick them away, but they're dancing as they're dancing. But they don't go away. They still stay there. Bhukti and mukti. Even they get kicked away, they stay there. We want to serve you Vaishnavas. And when person is leaving their body at that place, Lord Shiva, he comes up and in their ear he chants the name of Gauranga. So there is no fear of death there in that Mahakashi. Lord Shiva will come and chant the names of Gauranga, so you're certainly going to remember Gauranga at leaving the time of your body. What a friend. There's another form of Lord Shiva there, Hamsa Vahan, and the devotees headed by Shonaka Rishi were chanting the glories of Gauranga and Navadvip. They came here to glorify Naranda, as he had heard from Shuta Goswami. So Lord Shiva, he was anxious. I'm going to go and hear that Gaur Katha. So he was on Nandi and he was giddy up, Nandi. You know, Nandi is a bull. They don't move very fast. They have their own pace and they plod slowly. So Lord Shiva was, hurry up, giddy up. He was going too slow. So Lord Shiva went to Lord Brahma, give me your swan carrier. He's very quickly, I can go. So he jumped on Brahma's swan carrier and he glided down very quickly. So you can see the deity there. The swan is there, very ancient, because I think it's coming from maybe Satyuga. But there you can, if you look carefully, and Lord Shiva's like this. He's lying more or less reclining like this on the back, and the swan is flying down there. And he came here one time. They used to take him. He used to live under the water. There's just where Naimishraya, there was a big pond there, and Lord Shiva will be under the water. They said because when he was here in Gaura Bhagavat, he became too much ecstasy, generated heat from his body. So they used to keep him under the water. He also got stolen one time, so he got recovered again. The police said you can't keep him here because, you know. So anyway, you can see him all the day, every day of the year now, so it's a good thing. So we go up and do kirtan, especially they have a special festival. And the deity goes out on Prikram and around Navadvip and different places. And we invited him, you please come here. So he came here. So we arranged the whole big Mahabhishek for Harihara. Hamsa Vahan Shiv. And well, one time we went there with Jayapataka Maharaj, and during on the special festival days they had there, and we went there to take some milk and dub and everything for bathing. And now he has his what's that flower called that Lord Shiva likes? The little kind of bluish, purplish flower. Datura. Is it Datura? Little purple kind of flower. It grows there all on the wayside. And Lord Shiva likes that one. So the pilgrims were coming in and they were offering these Datura flowers. And then they're like the little bud. You pick them like that, and then when they open up, but they open up suddenly, and they choop, and they jump, pop open. And if they pop open when you offer it, it means Lord Shiva is going to fulfill your desire. So they go there and they offer these flowers. So anyway, Jayapataka Maharaj came there and having Harinam Sankirtan. And then the Pujari came out and said, stop your Sankirtan. There's too much sound here. So many pilgrims are coming. And we can't hear. We're up making pujas and things like that. You stop the sound. Stop the kirtan. Okay. Mara said, okay, we'll wait for a little while. So he stopped the kirtan. Then the Pujari, after some time, he come back. Please start the kirtan. They said, why? He said, ever since you stopped the kirtan, the flowers are not popping. They were popping like anything. Now they're not popping. I start the kirtan, so they started Harinam. And he said, look, again the flowers, pop, pop, pop. Harinam Prabhu ki jai. In Ritudeep also, Vidyanagar, Lord Shiva is there, he teaches the Tantric Shastras. In Vidyanagar, everybody has their seat there, all the different philosophers. Jaimini with the Kama Mantra, Shankya philosophy with Kapila. They all there with their different philosophies. They present their philosophies and reveal the Mahabharata is revealed to Narad Muni, Ramayan. And Lord Shiva teaches the Tantras. He's famous for writing the Tantra. So he has a place there also in Vidyanagar. Shankaracharya, there's a place called Shankarpur where Shankaracharya comes. Shankaracharya, we know, is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. In the Padma Purana it's mentioned that Krishna, he asked Lord Shiva to go to the material world and present a philosophy similar to Buddhism, but keeping it in touch with the Vedas. Because at that time Buddhism was very prominently spread, and Buddhism is atheistic because they don't believe in God. There is no God, so they're atheist, Gnostic. So Shankaracharya came and he presented a philosophy. It's similar to Buddhism. Buddhism say there's nothing, is zero. He said, not actually zero, there's something, but you cannot touch it, you cannot see it, you cannot hear it, you can might as well say it's almost the same. But there is something, Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. It's not nothing. So in this way he converted all the Buddhists to come to the Vedas again, and all the people to come back to the Vedas. That was his special task. So he's an incarnation of Lord Shiva. So as Shankaracharya, he was going around conquering India. He was only a young man. He was about 30. So he conquered India. Got to be powerful to do that. 30 years old, something like that. But he came to Navadvip, to Shankarpur, on the outskirts. But Gauranga appeared to him in a dream and he said, no place for you here. This place is for my bhaktas. You better leave and don't contaminate with that philosophy, or you better leave and go. On my behalf, Lord Shiva and Prodamaya, they deceive all the devotees. Not that they deceive not the devotees, they deceive the non-devotees, those who are envious of the devotees. They get deceived by Shiva. He presents the Tantric Shastras to them. And there's lots of siddhis you can do with Tantric. You get a lot of siddhis, magic stuff. So Lord Shiva keeps them absorbed in the Tantric Shastras. And then they say, what it is? Krishna devotees doing, Gauranga Bhaktas doing. What is Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gauranga? We're getting all the nectar, we're getting all the siddhis, we're getting all the potency, we're all the powers, all the magic, and they're all Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What is it? So they don't bother with that. It's a bit. What is it? What is the word? They're not attracted to this because they want all they're very fruitive persons. They want siddhis and things like that. So this way they leave the devotees alone because they think, but they're harmless, Haribol, Haribol. There, we won't waste our time with them. We'll just get all this. They could be getting the cities also, but let them go, Haribol. So in this way, Lord Shiva, he tricks them. He deceives them. Lord Shiva and Parvati, they deceive everyone. All the non-devotees are being deceived. So in this way, as Ketrapal, he helps to protect the Dham. So he told Shankaracharya to get lost. I remember a few years ago there was on Navadip Prikram we went there, and there were some devotees were talking about the glories of Shankarapur, and Sachinandan Swami was chanting the glories of Lord Shiva, and Singha Maharaj, Hare Krishna, don't mind Maharaj. The Singha Maharaj, then he was taking Prabhupada's angle of vision. The demigods, it's demigod worship, we can't worship the demigods. And there was like a little battle going on out of his love for Prabhupada and his addiction to Prabhupada's mood. The demigods were going to... anyway, there will always be two parties. Because somebody asked Prabhupada, Ram Raj. Remember Ram Raj, he built that temple in South Africa? Rajaram? Anyway, he had an elephant god, Ganeshji, when he found it somewhere, a big belly. And he told Prabhupada, he said, I've got this, I had a Ganesh deity, elephant god. I thought it's an elephant god before I was a devotee. Now I've got it. Can I continue worshipping, or what should I do with my Ganesh? And Prabhupada said, I can tell you so many things about the demigods, especially Lord Shiva. Especially Lord Shiva. He said, but because I've criticized demigod worship, throughout my books I'm constantly criticizing, I cannot say anything. But I can tell you many things about Lord Shiva. So in the Jaiva Dhamma, the disciples, they approach their Guru and they say, Guru Maharaj, you can please tell us something about the position of Shankaracharya. So the Guru says, Sripad Shankaracharya, we give our Ashtanga Dandabhat Pranam at his lotus feet. What? Maharaj, why are you saying such a thing? He's a big Mayavadi. Why are you giving Ashtanga Dandabhat? No. He was empowered to do this service, to get Buddhism out, to drive Buddhism out. He was empowered to do it. He's the Shaktabhesh avatar. No one else could have done that except the Vaishnava, because Buddha was also a devotee, an incarnation of Krishna. He is Krishna. So who could defeat him? No one could defeat him. Only another pure Vaishnava. So that was Lord Shiva, was chosen by Krishna. So he appeared as Shankaracharya and defeated the Buddhism and drove the Buddhism out of India. And he says, so therefore we offer our Astanda Dandabhat Pranam at his lotus feet, at Lord Shiva's lotus feet, because if he hadn't have come, if Shankaracharya, if he hadn't have come, he said, today we would have had this problem. How to deal with these Buddhists? They're all atheism. And even today it's popular, it's growing, I think. But it's atheistic philosophy that there is no God. So even today we would have a big problem trying to defeat the Buddhist philosophy, because he's an incarnation also. But by the grace of Shankaracharya, now we have the Mayavadis. At least they're accepting philosophy and they're accepting the authority, so we have some to battle with them. Prabhupada said at least the Buddhists are honest. They say there is no God. The Mayavadis say there is no God. There is God, but you can't see him, can't touch him. At least the Buddhists are honest. They say there is no God, bas. So actually when Lord Shiva drank that poison, drank all the, and then he got the nectar, he went to and drank that nectar of Ananta Samhita, the glorification of Navadvipan. He said, now I feel I become freed from that great offense of spreading Mayavad philosophy. I was spreading this Mayavad. So he was considered a great offense. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, the evil fruit of India, Mayavad. Many good things from India, many, but the evil fruit, Mayavad. So Lord Shiva said, and now I feel, because after taking this Ananta Samhita, and I feel that I become free from that sin of spreading Mayavad philosophy through imaginary interpretations that actually criticize Krishna. So he felt happy. In Rudradweep, it's named after Lord Shiva, this island. Actually, we're in Rudradweep. We're sitting in Rudradweep. Prabhupada said we're on the border. The other side is Antadvita. I don't know exactly. Prabhupada said this is one of the borders. The Ganga flows behind here. Jayapataka Maharaj said Radha Madhava in Rudradweep and Panchatattva in Antadweep, Mayapur. But anyway, the demarcation is here somewhere. So this is Rudradweep. So this is named after Lord Shiva. It's the island of friendship. So what a friend you can have, Lord Shiva. He reveals the Dharma to the devotees. In Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions in the Navadip Bhavataranga, he comes here to Rudradweep and he sees his lingam and he sits by the lingam. Then after something he notices one goddess is there. So when she notices him, he says, Mother, goddess, who are you? And she said, listen to my plight, that I am Sayuja Devi. My sisters, Salimpya, Sarupya, Shalokya, they did 5 different kinds of liberation. They all run off and left me. They all come to Navadvip. They all left me. Even Dantavakra, anyway, some of those big sages who were impersonalists, they were giving me some attention for some time, but now in Navadvip everyone's become bhakta. Nobody was interested in Sayuja Mukti anymore. Everybody's become a bhakta. They've all run off and left me. And I'm sitting here all alone. I can't find them. Nobody wants my association. Nobody gives me any attention anymore. I'll find a place and give up my life. That place will be known as Nirodaya, no mercy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, simply by hearing that word, Sayuja, he said, shivering his fear. He said, just like when the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they hear the word, Putana, they are Putana. Ooh, the big witch, where's Putana? They're all shaking. So similarly, by hearing Sayuja, the word Sayuja, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is shivering him. Ooh. He falls on the ground. And then suddenly someone's coming and touching his body and chanting, Boom, boom, Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan, boom, boom. Lord Shiva, this is his cry, boom, boom. I don't know the exact meaning of that. Boom, 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 bole, boom, shankar. You see when they do boom, 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 boom. Anyway, that's his cry. So he looks up and he sees Lord Shiva there. He's dancing, chanting, Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan. Have mercy to all living entities. Show your mercy to all living entities. Then he puts his feet on Bhaktivinoda Thakur's head. Very soon you will attain your perfection. By my mercy, Maya will retreat. What a friend. Who can tell Maya to retreat? Only her husband. So Lord Shiva is the husband of Maya. So I will tell Maya to retreat. Leave him alone. He's a Gauranga Bhakta. No place for you. Maya will retreat by my mercy, Lord Shiva says. Vaishnav Jataha Shambhu. And you see that Bhavataranga, also the Navadvip Dharma, they're always begging from, this is the mood, they're going from place to place, begging for the mercy of the inhabitants of Navadvip. So even at Nishingapoli, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur has a darshan of Lord Nishingadev, puts his feet on his head. But Lord Nishingadev said, stay here, happily in the Dham, chant the holy names, worship Gauranga. Very soon, by the mercy of my devotees, you will attain everything. So Lord Nishingadev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He could give, no problem. But he said, by the mercy of my devotees. So this was the final stop, Buddha-Dweep, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Then he got the blessing of Lord Shiva. Vaishnav Shataha Shambhu. Greatest of all devotees, by the mercy of him. Maya is gone. Now we just go over to the Polindi, that bank of the Ganga over there. That's the site of Ras Leela. That is the Jamuna is flowing on that side. Jamuna and Ganga flow together. Jamuna is flowing on the eastern side and the Ganga is flowing on the, eastern side. Jamuna is flowing on the western side. They're flowing together. When we take bath here is the Ganga. If you go the other side, it's Jamuna. They're flowing together. But that bank on that side, that's where the Ras Leela takes place, because Krishna's Maharas takes place on the banks of on the Jamuna, on the sandy banks. So that is the bank of the Jamuna. So the Ras Leela is going on. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Lord Shiva says, go, you will find. He sees the Sri Krishna Chandra, billions of gopis surrounding, doing this. What a sight, he says, I will lock it in my heart and gaze upon it eternally. He falls unconscious on the ground. Then he wakes up and he said, something's happened here. He's got an astonishing form, and he realizes, it is me, it's I, Kamala Manjari. Suddenly his body's got a body of a Manjari. And by his side is Ananga Manjari, his guru. They say that your guru will be there to reveal everything. So Ananga Manjari is there, she's guru, because she's Nityananda Shakti. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur throughout the Navadvip Dharma Mahatmya, end of every chapter, I worship my gurus, he said, Janavi and Nitai. They instructed me to write this. So he admits that they're his gurus, so in the form of Ananga Manjari, who's the Shakti of Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. And she reveals the name, color, dress, everything like that, and starts to reveal the Dham. Then takes us to meet Rupa Manjari. Because we are Rupa Nugas, we have to follow in the footsteps of Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami. How do you do that? You have to get that blessing. You have to get that sentiment from her. It's her sentiment. She knows very well how to serve Radha and Krishna. You have to get it from her. You don't get it from anywhere else. So she imparts that sentiment. This is how personal our Vaishnava philosophy is. She imparts that sentiment. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then it doesn't finish there. That they go and see Lalita and Vishaka, explain her identity. Okay, give her a service. You take camphor. She can take camphor for Radhamani. When you go and do your seva, you take her with you. Gradually she will become recognized. What a friend, Lord Shiva. He can take away your false ego, and so that you can see the reality of everything you're only doing. So these are all the different forms of the Lord. He has unlimited forms. He's accepted to serve Krishna. He has forms where he only chants Ram and he worships Ram all the time. He expands many, many places in different forms of the Lord. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnav Jataha Shambhu ki jai, Nitai Go Premanandi. Thank you, Hare Krishna.